What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jordan here from Airfare Gaming, coming at you with another deck profile. Power of the Elements pre-release just happened, and my boy Mike here, he's been waiting for this for a long time, man. He is going to show his Exosister deck that he's going to be playing for the POTE format. So, you have any shout-outs or anything?
Shout out to you both for doing these deck profiles up here at Vortex all the time. Shout out to my boy Sean for always, hooking me up with some cards if I need them.
All right, let's go.
All right, so main starters. 3 Marthas. Absolutely need this card. This card is what actually makes this deck now playable at like a competitive level. Absolutely mandatory. 3 Elise. Obviously, it's one of the best follow-ups in the deck, and it also special summons off of Martha, so you definitely need 3 of those. This is where kind of some ratios you could see a little bit different. I'm playing 3 Stella. Some people will play 2. I choose to play 3 because it is a special summon. If you normal it, you can special summon another sister from your hand, so I am choosing to play 3. Ideally, you always want to see a sister card.
So you can get away with playing 2, pretty much.
Yeah, you could get away with playing 2, although I find having 3 and being able to...
More consistency?
Yeah, draw into your sister cards is going to be what you want.
Alright.
I'm playing 2 Sophia and 1 Irene. Irene is probably the worst sister of the deck. She lets you send 1 from your hand to draw 1, where Sophia is just a straight draw 1 off the top of the deck. So this ratio I think is fine. You need to have at least 1 for Vadis to resolve.
How come 2 for the other girl?
For Sophia, just simply because all she can do is normal and draw you a card if you control a sister. Okay. So it's just a good follow-up. If you have like Stella, you can special Sophia.
I believe that all the sisters are level 4s?
All are level 4s.
Okay.
With Martha finally being 1600 attack. So against certain decks like Flunder, we can now actually beat over the wind barrier.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
For hand traps, I'm playing 3 Ash.
Okay.
3 D Shifter.
Oh, yep.
Oh my.
And 2 Crow. So Ash is just generic.
Yeah.
It's really good in this format. It's just a good hand trap. D Shifter is going to shut down a lot of decks, especially like Splight, Frogs.
Yep.
And everything Terra Laments is just going to die to D Shifter. And then DD Crow I chose to play. Unlike these other sisters, these say if your opponent moves a monster or a card from the graveyard, you can Exi summon. Where Martha says if any card is moved. So that's why I'm choosing to play DD Crow. This way, if I have no follow-up, I can at least have Martha and then DD Crow something to go into an Exi.
Alright.
So that is something...
So how come not 3 DD Crows if you're playing 3 other hand traps?
Again, it's not something you really want to draw into. Ideally, you're going to want to just rip your sister cards off the top and go. But it is a option if you have nothing else.
Would you rather play like 3 DD Crows and 2 Shifters, or would you just rather just want to play only 3
I don't
shifters?
care about my graveyard where the other decks in the format really do.
Makes sense, makes sense.
So one of your other best starter cards is going to be Pax.
Look at that. Yep. You collect rare,
The CR.
All right.
Got the CR
this man is
core.
fully rarity.
Yeah, he's max rarity. This
Well,
is it.
he needs packs.
Oh yeah.
No, I need.
No, he needs Starlight Market.
Yeah, the Starlight.
Starlight.
Yep. So I got all the CRs when they were only $30, so I feel good about it.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Great steal, lifetime, man.
Oh yeah. So playing 3 packs, best opener in the game. Ideally, if you open a Martha and this, you're just getting full combo. You can set up a really nice board. I'm choosing to play 2 Armament.
What's this? I've never seen this one.
So this lets you, basically you just flip this and you can Exi summon one of your sister cards.
Oh,
With a card that you don't currently control. So if you go draw phase, let's say I know I'm playing against Terra Laments, I'll go draw phase, flip Vadis, special summon 2, and then when they move to standby, I'll flip standby, target one of my sisters, Exi into Asaphil, which says you can't activate card effects in the graveyard. It's an Abyss Dweller.
Abyss Dweller.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then this is one that a lot of people aren't playing, but I'm trying it at 1, which is Carpe Diem. And the reason I'm playing this at 1, it's really not an amazing card. However, it is a in-engine prohibition. So if I do open up with these two, or I open up with whatever other cards I need to get out my full combo, and I go Michaelis, I can at least search this out. So then on your turn, let's say you're playing Splight, I can, and I Exi summon, I'll just declare Splight. You can't use Gigantic Splight, which is going to really hurt the deck. So it's something that I'm going to be trying. So that's it for the sister spell cards. For the rest of the spells, one called by, I think everybody knows why it's one of the best.
Obvious.
I'm playing one D Fisher, because if I could play them at 3, I would. Again, sisters don't need their graveyard, and ideally, I just want to prevent you from using yours.
How come the sisters don't need their graveyards?
They have no graveyard effects.
0?
Okay.
0 graveyard effects, so I'm just going to try to prevent you from playing them as much as I can.
But is there a way to get them back with their banish?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
So you're kind of just going all in.
Even if they go to the grave, the only way to bring them out is with Monster Reborn anyway, so there's no real point. For going second, I am running Dark Ruler.
Rulers.
I just think it's... we're going to need something. This deck going up against a bunch of negates is quite problematic, so having at least something there to help kind of get the ball going is what we needed. So I'm choosing to play 3 Dark Rulers.
So, like, real quick, so to the people who don't even know much about this deck, is this more of like a going first or going second kind of deck?
So
that
ideally you want to go first with this deck so that you can set up 4 banishes, and then if you can bring out Vadis and bring out even more monsters. So the deck has a lot of great control utility, especially in this format. It's more of a format dependent deck, so a format where there's a lot of graveyard interactions is where this deck is going to thrive, and that's why this format is this deck is being looked at.
Okay.
For consistency as well, I'm playing 3 Prosperity. You really want to open Martha or Pax. So
you're just waiting for the third one to come in?
No, I have them. I have everything I need. Oh no, for Prosperity, I see. So I'm only playing 2 Prosperity for now. I might up it to 3. I'm just for consistency, but it's just to kind of see how the format's going to go. So far, really haven't had too many dead hands with the build that I'm running.
Cool.
So this just helps out. For the trap cards, 3 of the new Rutania, 2 Vadis, and then 2 Gozens.
Kind of crazy because I started noticing that all the Exosisters, when they pay the cost, is always 800 light points.
Correct.
It's kind of funny.
So all the spell and trap cards are going to pay 800, where the monsters, when you special summon them out, you're going to gain 800.
They gain life,
So,
That's cool.
Yeah, so they kind of have that little bit of a balance.
So it's a neutral peg. Pretty much.
Yes, and Gozen I think is just going to be one of the best in the format. This hits Splight really hard. Since all their monsters are fires, dark, water, especially if you're playing the frog version. And then
It doesn't even need to be frog version. Just
just it in general. Vadis, this special summons out 2 sisters that mention each other by name, and they do that in card text. Like Sophia mentions Irene, Stella mentions Elise. So you would special summon out 2 of those. And ideally, you want to wait for your opponent to say, okay, use this effect to summon this back. You would chain this, and then once that moves out of the graveyard, then you can XZ off. And we'll show you those XZs here in a second. This is a insanely broken card. It is a non-target banish and a targeting banish.
Oh.
How is it targeting?
So how's the sequence work for this?
Okay,
Yeah, I was
so
say, how does it target and do a non-target?
So I'll show you, if you guys want, once we finish the profile, I'll kind of show you a little interaction you can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Combo video too. Let's go.
So that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards in the main.
Okay.
Well, 41 if you want to play 1 extra Prosperity, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
but I would probably cut
Something else.
yeah.
Just to have
Maybe
that
the
third.
Carpe Diem.
Okay.
So for the extra deck, I'm playing 2 Magnifica. That is all you need. I thought about 3, but it's just too much.
So it needs to be Starlights to max it out.
Soon, I hope.
Working on it.
3 Michaelis.
Now this
CR.
CR.
You need it at 3. There's just no question. Caspatel, I believe 2 is the correct ratio. It lets you search any monster. So ideally, if you have Pax and Martha in hand, you got full combo. You're getting Magnifica turn 1, which is an insane card. I believe for this format, having 2 as a feel is correct. It's the Abyss Dweller for the deck. I think you just need it. Jabreen, she's alright. She's a quick effect negate, but ideally you're going to be summoning this when you go for game, because this plus Magnifica is OTK. It's full damage because she can attack twice per turn. She boosts everybody by 800.
Oh, 800.
And she's already 2,800.
Oof. Everything's 800 now these days.
Yeah. So this is that's the Exosister lineup.
Nice.
Very loaded. Very loaded.
For the rest of them, I'm playing 1 Abyss Dweller, and this is only for when you open up Nutty, where you can get Magnifica plus an additional XZ. I think having Abyss Dweller is just like the go-to, because if I can have Magnifica with Rutania and Abyss Dweller, and you're playing tier elements, GG.
Wait, so does any of the Exosisters, does any of them lock you into them, or no?
Like lock them into Exosisters only. For
Only
the turn.
Martha.
Only Martha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends on how you open up, right? But if you only open up,
Martha.
not even. If you only open up like Sophia and Stella, let's say, and that's all you can do is make 1 XZ, but you have all your trap cards, you have Vadis and you have Rutania, I'm just going to make an Abyss Dweller, because there's no reason for me to try to search for something I don't need.
Plus you gain an extra 500 attack.
That's right. Zeus, it's an XZ deck.
Obvious,
Why wouldn't you run at least 1 Zeus? So that's it for the XZs.
So no Downer Magician.
No, because you need level 3 or lower. These are all level 4s.
Right.
And then I'm just choosing to play
Link climbing.
Link Climb. Lina, she's a good
All light,
for the deck, all light. And then all of your main monsters are spellcasters, so you can bring any of them back, and then access code. This way, if you do get debarriered, I at least have some type of play.
Yeah.
Right, so that's why I chose to play
you can only pop once per turn because you only play 1 attribute.
Yeah, everything in the deck is light.
Well, technically 2 because you can banish your own access code pop too.
Yeah.
Funny penny.
All right.
And then for the side deck, this could change.
Very experimental. Yeah.
This is just kind of what I'm gonna be trying through the format, and it's gonna be 1 Duster.
You know how it works.
Yep. 3 Cosmic, just in case you come up against
So we hate Mystic Mine.
Some Mystic Miners, some other weirdos.
Yeah.
I'm one of those weirdos. 3 Cherry.
Oh boy.
Gigantic.
What the hell? Are you really that afraid of splites?
No, I just want to make sure you don't have fun.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm one of those people. So I think this is gonna hit everything. Tier elements I'm not really worried about as much as Splight.
Yeah.
Where if I have this against Splight and I can cherries out your Gigantic or your Elf, you're gonna have a rough time.
What would you side in if you want to side these 2 in?
What would I take out? I would take out Celine and Access Code for the extra decks.
Yep.
And then I would probably just drop my Ash for the cherries.
Okay, cool.
Way more.
Because I don't really need these.
Yeah.
These are just kind of extras.
Just in case, yeah.
Yep, so that's what I'm running for.
Spicy.
Splight. This is kind of more for Flouanderies.
Yeah.
And it's good generically against other things if I needed to.
I feel like Droll is going to come back.
I think Droll is just good to have around. I don't think it's good enough in the main deck, but I do think that it's viable. And then I'm running...
Tribute Hate, got it.
I'm running 1 Sphere and 2 Golems. Just to help break boards going second even more.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So you want
to... before I say anything, any suggestions of playing a deck if anybody wants to try it out?
I would say just give it a shot. There's definitely a learning curve, and don't expect it to be like... It can be an OTK, and it is an OTK style deck, but in this format, think of it more of a control style deck, especially when you're playing with Splight and tier elements, which we know are probably going to be very dominant. consider this deck more of a control variant
Yes.
deck.
Anti-metal control.
Yeah. So if you can run D-Shifter in your deck, this deck can do it. Run it. You know.
Okay.
It can run D-Fisher, so that's why I'm running the 1. So I at least have 4 cards that can.
that banishes and all that. Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, appreciate the deck profile, Mike. Hopefully seeing some top deck profiles
Absolutely,
soon.
and if you guys
Yes,
want, I
sir.
can show you a quick little interaction.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna call it here.
You're gonna call it?
I
Okay.
hope you like, subscribe, and share it, and go to Airfare Gaming to see the combos. See
Yeah.
y'all next time. See ya.